CRSED tips and trick video, and today we'll be talking about fighting in the air. So, may be asking, what's fighting in the air? I'm a new player, I don't know what you're talking about. So fighting in the air is either when you are fighting your enemies using jetpacks, as I'm showing here, or in the ritual of Ghost Jet, which is the much more common of the two. And you'll mostly come across people with the jetpacks if you're on the map like Russia, where there's jetpacks everywhere, and airfield, geysers, object CERN, you know what I mean? They're just everywhere. That's where the jetpacks most commonly come in. And Ghost Jet are used by all the sweats. Let's just be real. All the sweats, all the Viper, Corona, Sims, they all use Ghost Jet to get around the map to fight people super quick. And it gets annoying losing them over and over. So, you gotta learn to fight back. It's gonna happen. And I'm gonna give you 3 tips in this video to fight back. So, number 1, when you're in the air, I recommend hip firing. And you may think, well, how am I gonna hip fire? It's so inaccurate. Well, now look at here. I'm trying, like when you try to aim in, as I'm showing, it's really hard to control recoil, focus on flying, all that at the same time. Whereas if you hip fire, it's a lot better. I'm not saying your chances of hitting anyone or killing anyone is gonna be great or anything, but it's significantly higher, especially if you're fighting other people in the air around you, near general elevation. You focus on multiple at the same time, you know? That would be my tip numero 1. Second tip is to stay lower than your opponents. And this is because if you are having a fight battle with your opponent, I'll demonstrate on this guy in this water tower. If I'm higher than him, he's able to really easily get an angle at me where I have this really weird, awkward angle where I gotta look down. But if I was the one here looking up, it's much more comfortable for me because I'm barely looking up because the angle just looks better for me. And it's easier to shoot at someone moving up than it is down. So, staying lower than your opponent's always a key way to get them because your recoil goes up exactly where they're going. And when you're aiming down, your recoil is going to be going down with it. So, always be making sure you're below your opponent. And this third, arguably the least relevant to the video, but also the most relevant at the same time. Know who you're fighting. And this has 2 meanings. Meaning number 1, know the character you're fighting in the air. If you are going up against an Annie, you are probably going to get Annie times midair. You know, that's just how it works. Because Annie's just so good. And if you're going against a Viper, they're either going to be sweat and probably just shoot you right out of the MG42 Cronus, or they are going to not be very good. Pretty cut and dry. And with Viper, they're going to easily be able to run away out of the fight. But I'm more so talking about the second meaning of who you're fighting. I'm referring to genuinely who you're fighting. What real life person are you fighting? Because if you're going up against a new player, fighting in the air is not going to be a very good idea. Whereas if you're going up against someone like Tank and Spank, some sweat, you're not going to want to be flying around with them. They will kill you every 100% of the time. So, overall, those are the 3 tips for flying in the air. Thank you, Sonia, for the chat. This is going to YouTube. For all my videos, I export them on Twitch right to there. So, shout out to Sonia. And remember, progress doesn't stop at champ.